Hi, this is Trish Jones, and today I want to demonstrate to you the power of blogs. And particularly if you're starting up with your own internet-based business, the one thing you want to try and avoid is spending too much money on getting HTML static websites built that you then have to spend a lot of money to maintain. Blogs can be expensive to build. I am not the cheapest blog builder. I do not create blogs for $50 a piece because I focus on the marketing element as well. But I wanted to show you today a brand new blog that I put up about 6 weeks ago now, I presume, and how I went from a brand new blog, going live with a brand new blog, and in 4 hours I had been indexed by the search engines. Now, this particular site is a Christian business blog, but don't let that put you off. I'm certainly not going to preach to you. I'm just using it as an example of how quickly I was able to get indexed in the search engines, and I mean by using one blog post. I normally tell my clients that they have to put up at least 5 blog posts to get recognized in the search engines, and sometimes I do that because sometimes clients don't actually use the keywords properly within their post, and so it might take them a little bit longer. But if you actually come over and watch this video, because I'm certainly not going to play all of it, it's 18 minutes and 45 seconds, but I just want to show you just one element here, actually, if it will let me. I write here, oops, no it's not, it's on page 7 actually, to be precise. It's on page 7, which isn't brilliant, but bearing in mind the fact that I've only just been indexed. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video there. I actually want to illustrate something. When I created that video, which in fact, here we go, it was the 4th of September 2009, I had used the keyword terms getting maximum results. Okay, now I'm not saying that every Christian business owner or ministry owner is necessarily looking for getting maximum results, but I do know that it is used for a number of different, it's a term, sorry, that is used for a number of different business elements. So as you can see from that video, the portion of the video I just played to you, I was on page 7 of the search results. Now, I've already done this search, but I'm going to refresh the page just so that you know that I'm not cheating. I'm over here on Google, okay? And so I am going to refresh the page a second. In fact, I'm even going to sign out of Google, and I'm going to actually, let's go to Google and start again. So you know that there is no funny business here, and I'm going to type in getting maximum, oops, can I spell maximum results? Okay, and look at this, look at this. I only just realized this when I started recording this video. This is my website getting maximum results, and in fact I have a second page index. When you've got an indent, it means that you are indexed twice for the same site. And then look at this, this is the TV show that I have. This is the TV show is in the subdomain of the site. So whilst I give people the address gettingmaximumresults.tv, it will take them to the subdomain. So in just that short period of time, I moved from page 7 up to number 1 for the term getting maximum results. I'm basically giving myself a pat on the back here. So let's go back over to the site, over to my site. What did I do in order to get recognized and optimized so quickly? The first thing is that you have to optimize your site, and this is one of the reasons I actually recommend that people use a blog rather than a static website. It is easier to do. I went into my blog, and the first thing I did was I optimized the title of my blog. Okay, so some people put their title as the domain name, and in this case I could, if I wanted to, get in maximum results, but I was more specific in terms of what I wanted to show up, what I wanted to. I tell you what, why don't I just go in the back office and show you? 1 second. Okay, so I'm in the dashboard of my blog, and in particular you will see here that I have the, let me move this over a little bit, the blog title, okay, is Business Marketing for Christian Entrepreneurs, and then I've got a colon and then getting maximum results. It wasn't actually that at the time, I must admit. I can't remember what it was, but I've changed it slightly since, I must admit. And then my tagline, I have the business marketing blog for Christian entrepreneurs. That's it, actually. I've left it at that. And then we have my domain name, etc., etc. So that was the very first thing that I did. The other thing that I did was when I actually wrote the blog post, was I ensured, so it was this post actually, welcome to getting maximum results. And when I created the blog post, I actually ensured that I had the keywords within my domain name. So in fact, it's in the title, in the title of the blog post. If I'm not wrong, there you go. If I put the mouse over my image, you will see that I have the image optimized as well. And so it shows there, getting maximum results. I have a link going to the web TV show. Let me chevy over a little bit so you can see that. I have a link going to the web TV show, and I'm not quite sure actually whether I would have thought that's optimized as well to get a maximum results. And then I have it there again. And I don't suggest that you overdo this. If you read that blog post, you will see that it is very naturally got the keywords in for getting maximum results. I'm not forcing it. I am talking about what I mean by getting maximum results. And so the keyword is coming out naturally. And do I have it in the last paragraph? Normally, I tend to put my keyword in the last paragraph as well. And I see I haven't even done it here. And yet I'm still number one at the moment. And at the time I was still indexed within 4 hours. So that's just a few things that you can do if you're starting a home-based business. I highly recommend that you start off by using a blog. And I recommend it because it is easier to manage. You can actually go to elance.com and get a blog put up for you for $50. Unfortunately, you can't come to me and get a blog put up for anywhere near that kind of money. But you can go to elance.com, get a blog put up, and start putting blog posts on that blog. Learn how to optimize your blog posts for the search engines, but you also want to ensure that it is natural when you're speaking. So, if you're selling badges for red Ferraris or whatever, you don't want to say, would you like a badge for your red Ferrari? And, because I really like the red Ferrari, and you just repeating yourself all the time, and it looks really silly. The search engines not only use spiders now, but they will actually use humans to come and have a look at your site. And if your keywords are overinflated deliberately, you will get penalized by the search engines. So I know that's only a little bit of an introduction to blogging and the power of blogs, but I just want to demonstrate that if you're on the fence as to whether you should be using a website or using a blog, right now I highly recommend that you stick to using a blog.